Hail to the king, baby.
How many times have you looked around in an open world game and got lost in the many beautiful things around you? I'd wager more than you can remember, but I don't think many environments and games capture the essence of purity quite like nature does. Think about Red Dead Redemption 2's stunning world, Firewatch's beautiful use of orange in its environment, or Tomb Raider's dark and depressing wilderness. They all can feel peaceful, yet mysterious, or even dangerous. And different environments and games are an important building block for creating a world as well as setting a tone, just like a well-done skybox or an extremely well-written narrative. I want to focus on nature, and more specifically about the purity, mystery, and the unmatched beauty of Farcry Primal's world. Farcry Primal is the overlooked and underrated black sheep of the Far Cry series, one that gets looked down on or thrown to the wayside for being different, even though, in my opinion, they completely got rid of all the fluff in most Ubisoft games. And they even went through the effort of creating their own languages and doing tons of research and making this beautiful, immensely detailed world. It's hard being different, and it's hard to fit in when you stand out as much as Primal does in the gaming landscape. How about we take a deep dive into why Primal stands out from the crowd and how its primitive nature on the surface is actually much more beautiful and creative the further you immerse yourself in the narrative, the world, and its characters. I stated previously that the beauty of Primal's world is unmatched, and I mean that in a deeper sense. Its beauty comes not just from its visuals, but how it feels to get lost in the world and all its hidden complexities. Look back at Firewatch for a second. It has this very beautiful, highly stylized, artistic world, but within that world, there's no complexity. Whereas in something like Primal, when you're in the world, there's an ecosystem. There's life all around you, like animals foraging or stalking their prey. Dynamic events determined purely by systems being given a form of autonomy. Red Dead Redemption 2 and Primal are the only two games I can think of with that level of realism. Both games do it very well, but there's just something unique about Primal's approach to the world being larger than you, and you being a foreign component within it rather than the other way around. In Primal, your entire world is an ecosystem, comprised mostly of wildlife and nature, untouched by the modern world we know today. The mystery and uncertainty of what's going to happen is a constant at all times. Whether you're waving your torch at wolves during the night just to stay alive, being ambushed by a large feline stalking you in the distance, or getting lost in all the beauty that is the world around you. And many times you get lost listening to the world just as much as you get lost looking at it. Just listening to the sounds of a bonfire burning, or just the sounds of animals or the trees blowing in the wind. Far Cry Primal's world of Oros has several distinct biomes, such as the valley in the center of the map where your people, the Winja, reside, or the Arctic tundra to the north, where the cannibalistic Neanderthals, the Udam, reside. And last, the marshlands to the south, where the technologically advanced Homo sapiens, the Azila, call home. The village you build up for the Winja over the course of the game, and all the characters you meet, really shows off the more human aspect of the world. All the main characters you come across during your adventure teach you important skills for survival, and provide you with the tools to survive one more night in the wild. You build your village by recruiting Winja to live there, by saving them or helping them. You create an entire community of people and even recruit 2 rival tribe members who offer their services. The narrative is quite interesting and even mystical in more ways than you'd expect. The shaman, voiced by T.C. Carson of all people, will even be your trip advisor, let's say, a few times throughout the game. The story mostly revolves around Takar, your main character, saving the Winja, and taking control of Oros, but the other tribes have their own peculiar motives for wanting Oros to themselves, such as the Udam trying to find a cure to the disease that is killing them that they call the Skull Fire, which is most likely due to cannibalism, because they do have a taste for meat. The Azila see themselves as the superior race of people and seek to enslave everyone else and sacrifice them to their gods. All of the tribes live differently and act differently in the world. The Azila use slaves to forage for them, where the Udam or Winja do it themselves. All these different things create a dangerous and beautiful world full of discovery and adventure. You'll run across the other tribes or your own, hunting, scavenging, and fighting off each other and even the wildlife. You are the Beast Master, which allows you to tame many different beasts from a small wolf all the way to a bear or saber-toothed tiger. You can even ride mammoths into battle. Now that's cool. You can task your animals with attacking enemies and even have an owl to scout out the area and drop bee bombs on the enemy. Oh, I love those things. You have a hunter vision, which is used to highlight plants, track wounded animals, or find collectibles. The world of Oros is much larger than yourself or anyone else within it. Nature is much greater than you, and that creates a peace in an uncivilized Stone Age-esque world unmatched by any other. It's so simple, yet still as complex as it needs to be. There's natural beauty to the world, a natural purity, and getting lost in that world is so exhilarating. Finding collectibles around the world, going on a spelunking cave adventure, that's only a couple of the many adventures you can go on in the vast world around you. So the next time you play a game, take a moment to look around at the world and take a moment to appreciate nature, not only in your favorite games, but in the real world you live in daily, because, well, nature is and will always be the ruler of the earth, and man is the virus. Until man understands and learns to assist nature, nature will prevail, if only to protect itself. I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, please leave a like and subscribe if you want to see more things like this. Maybe even leave a comment down below what you think about Farcry Primal, maybe what your favorite Far Cry game is, and let me know what your favorite period in history is. Maybe we can have a fun discussion in the comments. Thank you so much, and I'll see you next time.
Yoga! Takan! Buarbati! Takan!